Fans, thank you to our 2025 sponsors, including Starter Power Systems, The Hope Project, and CED. All kids ages 12 and under receive free general admission to Drifters home games when accompanied by a paid adult.
Well, another gorgeous afternoon in the Springfield, Oregon area, and another great battle on deck tonight as the Corvallis Knights come back into Springfield to take on the Springfield Drifters in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. So we'll go on with you to get you ready for this one. Knight Jarecki will have the call alongside the legendary Mike Parker. Similar situation as we had yesterday. Knight will take the first 3 innings, then Mike will switch out for the middle 3, and then Knight will take it the rest of the way through. It was a great game yesterday. Not too much for the Drifters, but just having Mike here and being able to learn from him. Super excited to keep working with him today and as well as tomorrow. Just a great thing that we have going on here between us and the Knights to allow him to come on. Same thing with Knight whenever we go up to Corvallis. But anyways, let's get to the game and last night's game as well. Drifters unfortunately dropped game 1 of the series. 12-5 was the final score in that one. Drifters, it was a tough one to say the least. They were on the cusp of potentially getting a playoff spot. They did need to win the rest of the season, including last night's game, but unfortunately they were not able to pull off a victory, and that means that the playoff hopes for the Drifters are completely out of it. So they will have 5 games left in the regular season, and then the season will be over after that. But as we were saying yesterday, rather as I was saying yesterday in the postgame show, look, there's still a lot to play with. These are 5 games left in the regular season. A lot of these guys are going to head off to their fall ball seasons pretty soon with their colleges. Some of these guys are going to be freshmen at their universities, and these are vital reps. These are against good teams. Of course, the Drifters are playing one of the top teams in the WCL in the Corvallis Knights, and then they're going to go They're going to go play against the Walla Walla Sweets. So these are games that matter, really, if you are a player on the Springfield Drifters. These are at-bats that you can really still work on some things. You can learn a lot of things from the coaches, from your teammates as well. Kind of the last opportunity to get a little bit better before they go back and play at their schools because, again, the competition level at the collegiate level baseball team, that is, it's pretty high. And a lot of times, even though if you are a scholarship player or if you're going to be a freshman somewhere and you were a highly rated recruit, that doesn't necessarily always mean you're going to be in the starting 9. So this is, again, an opportunity for these guys to continue to show out, not just in front of the Drifters fans, but in the Drifter uniform and really play kind of like non-pressure baseball, as I want to put that. I mean, really, right now, sure, these games, they have a lot of implications in the WCL, but for these guys, it feels like they're just playing baseball in the backyard like they were when they were kids. When you get to college, sometimes that's not really the case. There's a lot more pressure building up. You have the opportunities that you really want to make a name for yourself at the collegiate level. But here in the WCL, this is really a chance for the guys to just kind of sit back, relax, and while they work on some things, still try to have as much fun as possible and develop that love for the game. And that's one of the things that I've loved this whole season long is just getting to know these guys and really know their personal side, know their story, know how they got into baseball and what their mindset is going to these types of games. And a lot of them do have that mindset of, hey, like, we're here to play, we'd love to compete, but we also like to have a lot of fun as well. And I think that's such a cool thing to have at the collegiate baseball level, but it's a unique thing to have here in the summer baseball level. Anyways, continuing on with tonight's game, Drifters trying to bounce back here in Game 2 against the Corvallis Knights. One guy in particular, though, who has had an unbelievable season up to this point, Logan Holma, going to be a freshman at USC alongside Isaiah Ibada. Logan's done it with the bat. He's also done it with the glove. There's been a lot of plays that have come up throughout the season where he's either diving, he's climbing a wall, he's jumping up in the air. Just feels like he's a vacuum over there at third base. And I'll tell you what, him and Isaiah, they're going to be guys you want to watch out for over at USC. Just incredible talent, incredible skill, incredible baseball knowledge as well for being freshmen at USC. It's going to be fun watching those two compete. What's going on, Drifters Nation? So we'll go on talking here with Logan Holma before Game 2 against the Corvallis Knights. Logan, kind of crazy that we're at this point in the season. It feels like it's such a long season now, but we're in our second to last home game of the season. And you've definitely made your mark this season on the Drifters organization. Just what's the summer been like so far?
It's been a lot of fun. It went by pretty quickly. Just learning a lot, making new memories, and having fun.
So to kind of give fans a background, Logan's going to be a freshman this year at USC along with Isaiah Ibada. Even though Isaiah is not on the team anymore, you guys were kind of tearing up at the plate this summer. Just what was that like having a fellow teammate out here this year?
It was good. We learned a lot from each other, just talking about hitting and what we're feeling. And yeah, just learning a lot from each other.
You were talking before we got on, you're originally from Hawaii.
was fun. I mean, my dad's always been like my coach, so he's always helped me out whenever I need something. And always there if you need me and stuff like that.
Was there a moment when you were growing up that you really wanted to be a baseball player, or just maybe in a game or having to catch?
I think just growing up around baseball, and my sister used to play, and she plays softball. But just always like competition and just growing up watching baseball.
When we talk about competition, I can definitely tell that you have a competitive edge when you're around the field, especially on the defensive side. You made a lot of really good plays this year, especially the one that gets Mary and getting kind of against the wall. How much pride do you take in your defense?
I just try my best. Worked a lot with the coaches this summer, just trying to get my eyes behind the ball and just making the two plays.
That play you had against Mary, did you think that was SportsCenter top 10 worthy?
It was alright. I mean, I thought it was like
modest. All right.
I thought it was gonna go over the fence, so I climbed up, and then the wind pushed it back. So yeah, it was alright.
Well, switching over from defense to the plate, though, a lot of things that you were kind of working on to start the year, and then got better as the season went on. I mean, what were some of those things that you were trying to improve as the season went on at the plate?
Well, something I'm still trying to improve is just like plate discipline and hunting my zones and not chasing like early in the count and giving up APs. But that's about it.
We kind of talked about how quick the season went. Just what was it like being out here with some of the college guys, especially going in your freshman year, that kind of helped you? And what did you really learn from them that you're going to take in your freshman year at USC?
I mean, it was a ton, just like how college ball works, and especially on the hitting side, just talking to like the older guys like Jack, Ghana, just how they approach and how they attack every day.
What did you like? What was your favorite memory from the season?
From the season or just like the summer?
The summer, season.
Probably fishing, catching bass.
There we go, fishing. See, true fisherman right here. Last kind of question. Obviously you're gonna go out your freshman year at USC. Just what are you looking forward to? Why'd you choose USC? What made you drawn to them?
Well, the coaches. I mean, Coach Stank is coaching the Team USA team, so he's one of the best in the nation. And, I'm just ready to go, make new friends again, make new memories, and have fun and compete at the highest level.
Well, there we go. Congratulations on a great season, Logan. Appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you.
Great stuff from our man Logan Holma. Again, going to be a freshman over at USC. Super excited to watch him play and all that he's going to be able to do. He's developed a lot throughout his first season with the Drifters, and again, a guy that you're really going to root for this year at USC and playing for such a highly rated program. Step aside for a quick break. Our own Knight Jarecki is actually throwing out the first pitch right now, so if you're live with us, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere right now. Knight's going to have the first pitch. I need to go down and watch this, help them warm up a little bit. So we're going to step aside for a quick early break. When we come back, though, Game 2 between the Knights and the Drifters here on the Springfield Streaming Network.
Please welcome the starting lineup for the visiting Corvallis Knights, as announced by head coach Brooke Knight and assistant coaches Bo Kern, Spencer Scott, and Josh Woods. Leading off for the Knights, the third baseman from the University of Washington, number 8, Blake Wilson. Batting second, the center fielder from Stanford University, number 34, Brock Kettleson. Batting third, the second baseman from Santa Clara University, number 7, Thomas Verajara. Batting fourth, the first baseman from the University of Portland, number 36, Trey Swiger. Batting fifth, the left fielder from the University of Portland, number 24, Cole Katayama Stahl. Batting sixth, the right fielder from Oregon State University, number 44, Josh Proctor. Batting seventh, the designated hitter from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, number 10, Antonio Castro. Batting eighth, the catcher from Cal State Northridge, number 15, Xavier Rios. Batting ninth, the shortstop from the University of Portland, number 12, Brooks Avery. Starting on the mound for the Knights tonight, from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, number 38, Troy Cooper. Today's game is officiated by plate umpire Gabe Nobear and base umpire Matthew DeGree. Now let's meet our first pitch for today's game. Please welcome four-time Drifters broadcaster and everybody's favorite Canadian, Knight Jarecki. Alrighty, Knight, let's see a strike, eh? Great pitch. How about that? Please welcome the starting lineup for your 2025 Springfield Drifters. Leading off for the Drifters, the center fielder from the University of Oregon, number 46, Jack Brooks. Batting second, the right fielder from Cal State Los Angeles, number 27, Cesar Chavez. Batting third, the second baseman from the University of Michigan, number 4, Cooper Mullins. Batting fourth, the first baseman from the University of San Diego, number 23, Andrew Gunna. Batting fifth, the designated hitter from the University of Portland, number 22, Nolan Miller. Batting sixth, the shortstop from Lynn Benton Community College, number 2, Brian Starr. Batting seventh, the third baseman from the University of Southern California, number 21, Logan Holma. Batting eighth, the catcher from Mount Hood Community College, number 17, Hunter Allen. Batting ninth, the left fielder from Lane Community College, number 9, Elliott Brown. And starting on the mound for the Drifters tonight, from Lynn Benton Community College, number 7, Caden Richardson. Managing today's game is Drifter skipper Jeff Lyle, as assisted by pitching coach Dean Stiles and assistant coaches Matt Hubbs, Liam Kerr, and our athletic trainer Dr. Ravi Bruner. Fans, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem by Barry Burrow.
It's a Saturday showdown between the Springfield Drifters and the Corvallis Knights here at Hamlin Sports Complex. Knight Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. We got Saul Galvan on graphics. We'll have the legendary Mike Parker for innings 4, 5, and 6 today here on the Drifters Streaming Network. A beautiful day for baseball. Mostly sunny skies here in the South Willamette Valley. And the Drifters look to win today to match their highest win total in program history. They won 23 games back in the 2023 season. They're at 21 wins right now. Actually 22 wins a couple of years ago, so they have an opportunity to match that here today as the Drifters are 21-28 on the season, facing off against Corvallis, who is 35-14. The Knights winning yesterday, 12-5 in Springfield, looks to respond, even up the series, and force a rubber match coming up tomorrow. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Corvallis Knights starting lineup. Blake Wilson, the third baseman today, he's leading things off. Brock Kettleson is the center fielder batting second. Thomas Ferragaro, the second baseman, batting third. Trey Swaggart, he's the first baseman, batting fourth. Cole Katayama-Stahl is in left field, batting fifth. Josh Proctor, the right fielder, batting sixth. Antonio Castro, the DH, batting seventh. Xavier Rios, the catcher, batting eighth, with Brooks Avery, the ninth for the Corvallis Knights. On the mound for the Springfield Drifters is the right-hander Caden Richardson, as the first pitch is lined towards third base off the mid of Logan Holma and down the left field line. Picking it up in left field is Elliott Brown, and he's going to throw it in towards second base, and it goes over the head of Cooper Mullins out towards the first base side. Staying at first base, though, is Blake Wilson. Backing it up is Andrew Ghana. First pitch came in a little bit earlier than scheduled at 6:34 here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. 80 degrees the current temperature here in Springfield, with Wilson at first base after the leadoff single. Brock Kettleson now into the box, the two-hole hitter for the Corvallis Knights today. Not a ton of wind at the moment. breezes up to 11 miles per hour out towards the northwest. First pitch, a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to Kettleson. Springfield today, they're wearing their Pescadores jerseys, the baby blue with Pescadores written across the chest. Royal blue hats. 1-0 pitch from Richardson. Bunt shown by Kettleson right back towards the pitcher. Richardson fields. He throws to first base, and he just beats Kettleson by half a snap for the opening out. Zach Fry's bunt advances Wilson into scoring position. Brings up Thomas Ferrajaro. Ferrajaro, the 3-hole hitter from Santa Clara. .319 his average this season. Facing off against Caden Richardson. In his first start of the season for Springfield, his 23rd appearance overall. Big bullpen guy getting a break in the starting rotation here in this final home series. Ferrajaro, the lefty, into the box. First pitch, down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. So the Drifters wearing their Pescadores uniforms. The Corvallis Knights, more of a Black Widow type of uniform. Black jerseys with the red numbers, white trim on it with Corvallis written across the chest. Black caps, red brims. 1-0, in for a strike. 1-1. Richardson from Lynn Benton Community College, heading into his sophomore season there. First season, started 9 games and went 4-0 with the Roadrunners, winning the NWAC championship. 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball, comes in for a strike. 1-2. So far this season for Springfield, Richardson a 3-3 record, a 6.49 ERA, 1 save, 26 1/3 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 22 walks. Pop up in the infield out towards the left side. Logan Holma, the third baseman, under it, makes the catch for out number 2. Defensively today for the Springfield Drifters. Out in left field, it's Elliott Brown. In center field, Jack Brooks. Out in right, Cesar Chavez. At third base, you heard him, Logan Holma. Bryant Starr is the shortstop. Cooper Mullins at second base. Andrew Ghana at first. And Hunter Allen is the catcher behind the plate. 2 outs, runner at second for Trey Swigert. Swigert from the University of Portland, originally from Idaho. Swings at the first pitch and pops it out of play to the third base side. 0-1. Swigert, a .333 hitter this season. This is 16th game overall with Corvallis. 15 hits, 45 at-bats. A home run, a triple, and 3 doubles. The 6'4", 225-pound left-handed hitter swings and fouls off the 0-1 at the plate. 0-2. Richardson gets ahead. At Lynn Benton, as mentioned, 9 starts. He appeared in 10 games, so primarily was a starter with the Roadrunners. But out of the bullpen this summer with Springfield. Preserving that arm, keeping him ready for this final start here at home. The 0-2 pitch, down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Richardson from Dexter, Oregon, went to Pleasant Hill High School. So a local kid playing for the Springfield Drifters this summer. The 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. He gets a strikeout, and all the hard work pays off. We head to the bottom of the first inning. After 1 hit, 1 is left stranded, no runs and no errors. 0-0 the scores. We head to the bottom of the first here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Please be aware that baseballs can fly into our stands and concourse at any time. We ask that you exercise caution against being hit by batted or thrown balls. Parents, please safeguard the welfare of young children accompanying you to the game. Looking for dinner, a snack, or something sweet? Visit our concessions located inside our ballpark down the first and third baseline and behind home plate.
Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 the score. Starting lineup for the Springfield Drifters. Jack Brooks leading things off, the center fielder. Cesar Chavez, the right fielder, batting second. Cooper Mullins, the second baseman, batting third. Andrew Gana, the first baseman, batting fourth. Nolan Miller, the DH today, he's batting fifth. Bryant Stars, the shortstop, batting sixth. Logan Holma at third base, batting seventh. Hunter Allen in the eighth spot. He's the catcher behind the plate, with Elliott Brown out in left field. Starting today for the Corvallis Knights is Troy Cooper. Cooper, for the Knights, is making his second start of the season, 11th appearance overall. 1-1 is his record with a 2.50 ERA and 18 innings pitched. 21 strikeouts, 12 walks this season with 13 hits given up. Here's Brooks into the box. The right-hander Cooper on the mound. He kicks and fires. First pitch to Brooks. Up and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Brooks this season, a .301 hitter, 11 doubles, a triple, and a home run, plus 19 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Brooks takes it off the edge of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Cooper pitched against Springfield earlier this season. That was out in Corvallis. He picked up the loss in a 1-0 loss for the Knights. Ground ball through the 5-6 hole into left field as Brooks has a base hit on the 2-0 pitch from Troy Cooper. So opposite field hitting for the left-handed hitter in Jack Brooks, and you're going to have to be on the lookout for him. He's a quick runner, currently third in the WCL in steals this season. Comes in with 25 steals, just behind Corvallis' Brooks Avery and Brock Kettleson. So we'll see if Brooks is on the move. Springfield is second in the WCL this season in stolen bases. Runner at first, nobody out for Cesar Chavez in the 0-0 game. First pitch here in the bottom of the first, down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Chavez. Chavez, a .317 hitter this season, leading the team. 39 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, and 16 RBIs. Cooper will throw back towards first base. A 1-hopper, a good pick by Swaggart over at first base. Fielded a tag on Brooks, but he's back safely. Wind picking up a little bit out towards left field. Scattered clouds in the distance, but overall mostly blue skies here in the South Willamette Valley. 1-0 pitch to Chavez, a little bit high above the letters, 90 miles per hour from Cooper on the fastball. 2-0. Chavez, a busy 2025. Started 49 games at Cal State Los Angeles. This is 31st of the summer with Springfield. Takes the 2-0 pitch for a strike, 2-1. Probably could have played more baseball this summer if it wasn't for a broken nose and concussion. He suffered back on June 9th against the Medford Rogues in a non-league exhibition game in Roseburg. Throw back towards first base by Cooper. Back there safely is Brooks. Went home to Southern California for about a month, rehabbed. Broken nose. A little bit painful as they positioned it back into place. But the concussion kept him out a couple of weeks. 2-1 pitch. It's a little bit high above the letters on a slider. Brooks takes off and will get into second base safely as Rios had trouble catching it behind the plate. So it is a steal for Jack Brooks, his 26th of the season. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out in the bottom of the first for Springfield. An opportunity for an RBI for Chavez and a chance to give the Drifters the lead. Cooper comes set at the waist, working out of the stretch. The right-hander looks back towards second. Kicks and fires the pitch. In for a strike, 91 on the black. Chavez was drifting off towards first base. And he'll have to battle back in the box. Full count coming up from Troy Cooper. Cooper, the right-hander from Stevenson Ranch, California. Playing at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Cooper ready. The payoff pitch. Chopper towards the first base side, just right at the chalk. Goes foul. We'll do another 3-2 pitch. Cooper appeared in 15 games with 2 starts with the Mustangs this past spring. A graduate of Hart High School out in the Santa Clarita Valley. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Brooks at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Troy Cooper's payoff pitch. A little bit low below the knees. 91 mile per hour fastball, and Chavez takes the free pass. Brings up Cooper Mullins. A chance for history. Currently tied with Kedron Kinsey with 51 hits. Overall this season, Kinsey had 51 hits last year. Cooper Mullins picks up a hit this afternoon. He will be the all-time hit leader in Springfield Drifter history for a single season. He shows bunt. Looking back towards second base is Cooper as he throws it back there. Covering is Brooks Avery. So we'll see if this is a sacrifice bunt situation for Mullins. A couple of batters later, Nolan Miller. He's at 50 hits. The two of them competing for the title. We'll see who breaks it first. 2 on, nobody out. The first pitch to Mullins. Swings and fouls it back. 0-1. So no bunt shown on the first pitch to Mullins. Drifters are second in the league in sacrifice hits this season, 31 total. That's across 49 games. This is the 50th of the season for Springfield. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Cooper. Mullins shows bunt, bunts it towards the third base side. Fielded by Cooper. He throws to first base over there covering is Ferrajaro. And Mullins does his job. So a sac bunt. Advances Brooks and Chavez into scoring position. Brooks at third, Chavez at second. Speed on the base paths for Andrew Ghana. 0-0 the score. Springfield an opportunity to take a 2-0 lead with a base hit. Ghana comes in, hitting .230 this season. 14 hits, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs with 10 walks. 17th game of the season for Ghana. The big 6'4" right-handed hitter. Looks at the first pitch from Cooper, and it tails off down and away. 1-0. Change up that time for the right-hander, just off the edge of the plate, targeting that low outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes to Ghana, heading off to San Diego. The 1-0, late on the swing, he fouls it away, 1-1. Transferring there after a couple of seasons at Cal State Northridge, returning back to the San Diego area. Went to Patrick Henry High School, then went to San Diego Mesa College before heading up to Northridge. The 1-1 pitch bounces in, 2 balls and 1 strike to Ghana. Second season in Springfield for Andrew. Last year was a .246 hitter. So a little bit below that this season to start. But he's been slugging it pretty well. A lot of tough lineouts. It's going to translate with the metal bat back in the spring. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cooper comes set. He delivers. Down and away with a curveball. 3 balls and 1 strike. A good play by Xavier Rios, the catcher behind the plate. Moving his body into the left-handed hitter's box to prevent the ball from going to the backstop. Rios, him, and Ghana, both teammates at Cal State Northridge this past spring. The 3-1 delivery from Cooper. A little bit low. 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Just a hair below the knees of Ghana. And it's the second walk of the inning issued by Troy Cooper. Brings up Nolan Miller. A chance to tie Cooper Mullins and Kedron Kinsey with 51 hits in a single season. He's at 50. That is currently 7th in the WCL. Bases loaded, 1 out. 0-0 the score in the bottom of the first. Cooper's first pitch to Miller. Looked at, and it's taken for a strike. Gets the favorable call by the home plate umpire, Gabe Nobear. Matthew Degree in the field today. No balls and 1 strike. Miller with the left-handed hitter rattles the bat. Looks at the 0-1 and watches it miss down and away. Similar spot to the last pitch. Just a little bit more arm side run from the right-hander into the right-handed hitter's box. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch from Cooper. Fastball called a strike. 92 on the low outside corner. 1-2. Good heat from Cooper. Honestly, pitched pretty well against Springfield. It was an unearned run on 1 hit across 3 innings, and he picked up the loss in a 1-0 game. The only run, again, unearned. The 1-2. Miller, line drive, left field. It's down for a base hit. Brooks is in to score. Being held up at third is Chavez. It's an RBI single for Nolan Miller. And he ties Cooper Mullins and Kedron Kinsey for 51 hits in a single season, the most all-time in Springfield Drifter history. There's three Kings at the top of the order. Nolan Miller, Cooper Mullins, and Kedron Kinsey. We'll see if Mullins and Miller can break the record today. Bases still loaded, 1-0 the score, 1 out, and Bryant Starr steps into the box. First pitch. Starr dribbles it right back to the pitcher, Cooper. He goes home, gets the out there. The throw to first base from Rios in time to get Starr. And it's a 1-2-3 DP to end the inning. Springfield has 2 hits overall. They leave 2 stranded after 1 run and no errors. We head to the second. It's 1-0 the score. Springfield with the lead on the Drifters Streaming Network. Springfield leads 1-0 as we begin the top of the second inning. Corvallis coming into town, winning the first game of the series yesterday, and now the Knights look for the season and series victory against Springfield. Right now, leading the season series 4-3 and leading this series 1-0. Batters 5, 6, and 7. Cole Katayama-Stahl, Josh Proctor, and Antonio Castro due up for the Knights. As Caden Richardson returns for his second inning of work. First start of the season for the right-hander from Pleasant Hill. Katayama-Stahl into the box. The left-handed hitter takes the first pitch down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Springfield leading after the base hit by Nolan Miller. Brought in Jack Brooks in the bottom of the first. Katayama-Stahl looks at the 1-0 pitch and takes it for a strike. 85 miles per hour on the inside part of the plate from Richardson, 1-1. Katayama-Stahl batting .263 this season, 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Fouls a pitch back, 1-2. 15 RBIs and 9 walks this season for Cole, originally from Portland and playing with the Pilots on the Bluff. 1-2 pitch from Richardson is outside, 2-2. Katayama-Stahl, majoring in biology on the Bluff at the University of Portland. 7 home runs and 115 at-bats this past season with the Pilots. Chops the ball towards the right side, backhanded at first base by Ghana. He overhands it back to the pitcher, Caden Richardson, who gets his right heel on the bag for out number 1. Good play by Andrew Ghana and Caden Richardson for out number 1. Brings up Josh Proctor, today's beer batter. If Proctor strikes out today, before the 7th inning comes to an end, fans will get half off Coors Light for the next 15 minutes. Proctor this season, 24 strikeouts across 109 at-bats in 32 games. We'll see if he strikes out here this afternoon. Brooke Knight is out, talking things over with Gabe Nobear. I think he disagreed with the last call, a bang-bang play. Did look like Richardson got the heel down just in time, but Knight certainly disagreeing with the home plate umpire. Brooke Knight, across 16 seasons, the top coach in the WCL, winning the title in 2011, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, and 23. Proctor swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Josh Proctor, an incoming freshman to Oregon State University, originally from Altadena, California. 0-1, a breaking ball grounded on 2 hops to the shortstop, Bryant Starr. He fields and fires over to first base for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the second. 1-0 the score. It's Springfield with the lead. Brings up Antonio Castro. Castro, the DH today, just like he was yesterday. Gets bumped down to the 9 spot, rather to the 7 spot after batting in the 6 hole yesterday. First pitch to him is taken for a strike, 0-1. Castro heading off to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo after graduating from De La Salle. Whiffs at the 0-1 pitch, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Richardson wastes no time. The pitch, check swing. The appeal to first base, he did not go around. 1-2. Richardson nods and delivers. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Richardson. 1-2-3, the Knights go. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. Springfield with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
At the end of the top of the second, no runs on, no hits, and nobody left on base. Although the 2025 Drifters season may be coming to a close, we're already getting excited for what's to come at Hamlin Sports Complex in 2026. Interested in getting involved for Drifters baseball? For sponsorship opportunities, post-family applications, internship and employment opportunities, and more, head to driftersbaseball.com or email info@driftersbaseball.com.
One to nothing the score. Springfield with the lead against Corvallis as we begin the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the order drew up for Springfield. Logan Holma, Hunter Allen, and Elliott Brown. 7, 8, and 9. Troy Cooper back on the mound for his second inning of work. The right-hander from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo comes set. First pitch to Logan Holma. It's a fastball in for a strike. 90 miles per hour right down Broadway. 0-1. Holma, the left-handed hitter, heading off to USC. His final game with the Springfield Drifters. Slices the 0-1 pitch down the left field line, and it's going to roll all the way into the corner. Ricochets off the wall. Honma taking a turn towards second. Bobbling it in left field is Katayama Stahl. Standing up at second with the leadoff double is Logan Honma. And the Drifters are back to business here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Hunter Allen. Allen is the catcher today. A chance to stretch the lead to 2. Catcher from Mount Hood Community College. 250 his average this season. 2 hits, 8 at-bats. A couple of runs scored and a couple of RBIs as well. Cooper back to working out of the stretch. The first pitch showing bunt is Allen. He pulls it back and the pitch sails outside. 1-0. Just the 5th game overall for Allen. Also from Pleasant Hill, Oregon. Another Billy into the box. 1 ball and no strikes as Cooper looks back towards second, kicks in, fires. Allen bunts towards the first base side. Cooper fields. He'll flip it towards first base, and it goes up the right field line. He was looking for Ferragero. Instead, he found turf. Digging for third, and getting in there safely is Hunter Allen. And the Drifters lead 2-0. Another error for Corvallis. They had 4 yesterday. A rarity for the 3rd best defense in the WCL. And it's the 5th error of the series to bring in the 2nd run of the game for Springfield. Should have been a routine play. Instead, it's an E1 to score Honma from second base. Brings up Elliott Brown. 2-0 the score. Bottom of the second with Allen at third. Brown shows bunt. He pulls it back, and it misses high and away. 1-0. Corner of the infield coming in. Potential suicide squeeze situation for Springfield. Elliott Brown, a .259 hitter this season. 22 hits, 4 doubles. He watches the 1-0 pitch drop in for a strike. A beautiful breaking ball that dropped in right at the letters on the upper outside corner. 1-1. Swigert, the first baseman, standing about 3 feet in on the grass on the first base side. 1-1 pitch to Brown. Taken for a strike. Favorable call for Troy Cooper as he's able to connect on the black on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Corner of the infield backs up with 2 strikes to Brown. The 1-2 delivery fouled off the foot of the left fielder. We'll do the 1-2 again. Brown currently uncommitted. Just wrapped up his second season at Lane Community College. He's taken a few college visits, getting pretty close to committing. We'll see where he ends up. He has some D2 and Division I offers, but he's looking to win and compete. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Brown. Fouled away out towards left field side. We'll do the 1-2 again. Two runs on 3 hits for Springfield, helped out by 1 error defensively for Corvallis. No runs, 1 hit. No errors defensively for Springfield. The 1-2 pitch. Brown, grounder right back up the middle. Fielding it is Cooper. He looks back towards third base, and now in a pickle is Allen. Throw goes towards the catcher, Rios, who gets the tag there. Throw goes down to second, and Brown is out there. Tag is applied by Ferrajaro, as it's a double play for Corvallis. So the defense giveth and taketh at the same time. An error and then a phenomenal double play, with Cooper going 1-5-2 for double play. A lot of movement, but Allen is out, caught in between third and home plate. Brown tried to go to second after reaching first on a fielder's choice play, and he's out at second. Nobody on, 2 outs. The first pitch to Jack Brooks. Up and away, 1-0. Top of the order back up for Springfield. Brooks led off the game with a single through the left side, 98 miles per hour off his bat. 1-0 pitch to the lefty hitter. It's taken for a strike, 1-1. Brooks heading back to the University of Oregon, his 3rd season with the Ducks upcoming. Started just 7 games with the Ducks this past season. Big cut and a big miss on the 2-0 pitch. They get 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 to Jack Brooks. The 1-2 delivery. It's outside, and it's now 2-2. Brooks had a stolen base in the first inning as well. Up in his total to 26 on the season. Again, 3rd in the WCL. 2-2 pitch, it's fouled back. He stays alive. Springfield yesterday found themselves in a hole early. Trailed 5-0 after 2 innings. They had only allowed 1 hit across the 2 innings. Today, a different story. Payoff pitch. Brooks fouls it back. Actually, that was 2 balls and 2 strikes. The scoreboard here in the building, a little bit off at the moment. So 2 balls and 2 strikes upcoming to Jack Brooks. Cooper comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Brooks line drive out towards left field. It's slicing towards the corner, and it's just fair. Oh, no! Oh, okay. It's a ground rule double. The home plate umpire put up both hands like it was going to be a foul ball, but it bounced fair, and then it went over the wall, and Brooks is going to end up at second base. I got a little confused. It looked like he was going to make one decision and then ultimately flip his decision as Brooks was heading towards second. But ultimately, Brooks ends up at second with a double. Pitch is down and away, and Brooks takes off towards third, and he seals the base. Good play by Blake Wilson, diving towards his left to corral the throw from Xavier Rios. 1 ball and no strikes to Cesar Chavez. The 1-0 pitch. Chavez fouls it away out towards the right field side. 1-1. 2-0. Springfield with the lead. Bottom of the second. Chavez walked his first time up against Troy Cooper. Cooper hasn't necessarily struggled with walks this season. The 1-1. A little bit up and away. 2-1. Came in with 12 walks across 18 innings pitched. Had 2 walks in the first inning. Only cost him 1 run. 2-1 pitch. Chavez fouls it back. 2-2. Cooper's coming off a 3-inning performance against Yakima Valley, allowing no runs on 3 hits with 2 strikeouts. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Chavez. Line drive up the middle. It's a base hit to bring in Brooks. Springfield leads 3-0. What a start for Springfield. And the 2-out rally continues, and a chance for history once again for Cooper Mullins. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. He's tied with Nolan Miller and Kedron Kinsey with 51 hits in 1 season. Can he get number 52 here to keep the inning alive? First pitch, runner on the move. The pitch is down low. Throw goes down towards second. Chavez in there safely. Throw is to the left of the bag by Rios. Tag just a little bit late by Brooks Avery. 1 ball and no strikes to Mullins. A chance for an RBI here. Drifters already scored 2 runs in this inning. 1-0 pitch. Mullins takes low. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch to Mullins. In for a strike. 2-1. Mullins heading into his 3rd season at the University of Michigan. Redshirted this past season with the Wolverines out in Ann Arbor. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Mullins lines it out towards left field side. Foul. 2-2. Chavez with speed at second base. Mullins looking for a hit today after going 0 for 5 yesterday. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Mullins fouls it away. Late on the swing, gets a piece of the 91-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside. We'll see another pitch. Mullins has 41 strikeouts this season across 49 games. The 50th game of the season for Mullins. That also a Springfield Drifter record. 2-2 pitch. Mullins gets a piece of it. Stays alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Mullins. 3-0 the score. Springfield 1 run last inning, 2 so far in this inning. On 3 hits and an error. Cooper's 2-2 pitch. Jam shot out towards the left side. Charging in is Wilson. He fields the grounder and throws to first to retire Mullins for the final out. 2 runs on 3 hits and error with 1 left stranded. We head to the 3rd. It's 3-0. Springfield with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
What's up, Drifters fans? I'm Kevin, and today I'm here with
Audrey. Viva.
And today we're playing a good old-fashioned Dizzy Bat Challenge. So I'll count down to 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds, you sprint to rapid. We're going to start like right here. 3, 2, 1, go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint to rapid, sprint to rapid. Xavier Rios.
Xavier Rios is leading things off. The catcher will take the first pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Brooks Avery is on deck, and Blake Wilson is in the hole. Batters 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Knights here in the top of the third. Caden Richardson delivers a pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Rios due up, the catcher from Cal State Northridge. Teammates with Andrew Ghana there this past spring. Takes the 1-1 pitch, a little bit high, 2-1. Rios, a .222 hitter this season. Played in the WCL All-Star game for the WCL South. Him and Isaiah Ibarra of the Springfield Drifters, the catchers. 2-1 pitch is in for a strike, 2-2. Rios celebrated his birthday on the WCL All-Star game, had a double and also had a single as well, and now he rips a ball out towards the left field side. Cutting it off in the alleyway is the center fielder, Jack Brooks. It's a leadoff single for Xavier Rios as the Knights have a runner at first in a 3-0 ball game. Springfield with the lead, and it brings up Brooks Avery. Presumably just met Brooks' grandpa. Came up to the booth and was hyped up for Brooks. A Roseburg kid, former Roseburg Indian, who just recently committed to the University of Portland. Going to go play with the Pilots after one season at Lynn Benton Community College. Rios at first. Richardson working out of the stretch. He'll throw back towards first base. The tag by Ghana just a little bit late. Rios back there safely. Brooks this season a .276 hitter. 35 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, and 17 RBIs. Tying his shoe at first base, Xavier Rios. The most impressive thing about Brooks Avery, though, is his 28 steals this season. He's 28 for 28. Has not been caught stealing. Throw back towards first, and back there safely once again is Rios. He was a 10-day guy that beat out Elliott Brown for the final spot on the roster for Corvallis to remain on the team. Brown was let go after his 10-day contract and ended up with Springfield this summer. Throw back towards first base by Richardson again, keeping an eye on Rios. Richardson had a base runner and Blake Wilson back in the first inning, allowed a leadoff single. Wilson advanced to second on a sac bunt. Richardson worked his way out of it. First pitch to Avery. It's taken for a strike, 0-1. And the two teammates at Lynn Benton squaring off here. Avery was the shortstop for the Roadrunners with Richardson on the mound. Throw back towards first base once again. Richardson did not keep an eye on Blake Wilson the way he is on Rios right now. Rios just has 2 steals this season. No balls and 1 strike. And we'll wait again as Richardson throws back towards first base. No balls, 1 strike. Richardson comes set. The 0-1 delivery. It's a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Avery yesterday had a pair of hits, a 2-for-4 performance with 3 runs scored and an RBI. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up out towards left center field. Over is Elliott Brown, and he's called off by Jack Brooks. He makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Blake Wilson. Wilson had a single his first time up, as mentioned. Stands in with a runner at first, 3-0 the score. Springfield with the lead. Then we got Saul Galvan running graphics today. Mike Barker going to have innings 4, 5, and 6. Always a pleasure to have Mike on the mic. Throw over towards first base, and back there safely again is Rios. Richardson ready. His first pitch to Wilson. Waved at. 0-1. Good break. 7 inches of vertical break for Richardson on an 81-mile-per-hour curveball. Comes in right on the corner. On the outside part of the plate to the righty and Wilson. 0-1. Richardson throws back towards first again, and back there safely is Rios. Wilson from the University of Washington. Started 49 games with the Huskies this past season. First year in the Big Ten for the University of Washington. 0-1 pitch. Wilson lines it right to third. Holma fields it. Throws to first base. Double play! Tip of the cap. Logan Holma flashing the leather. It's another highlight reel play for Logan Holma as the Drifters have them go down in order 1, 2, and 3 in unique fashion. Good stuff from Caden Richardson with Xavier Rios picking up a hit. We'll head to the bottom of the third, 3-0 the score. It's Springfield with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Tonight, the Drifters would love to give a shout out to our party net guests from Stoddard Power and C2 Utility. We hope you enjoy the game and thank you for your support of Drifters baseball. Leading off for the Drifters, number 23, Andrew Ghana.
Andrew Ghana leading things off, followed by Nolan Miller and Brant Starr. On the mound is Troy Cooper. First pitch to Ghana. He fouls it back, 0-1. Andrew Ghana, a real burger of a player. 6'4", 205 pounds. The 0-1. Ground ball out towards the right side. Picking up is Ferrajaro, the throw to first base in time for out number 1. Brings up Nolan Miller. And we'll see if we get history here. Miller is tied with Cooper Mullins and Kedron Kinsey. He had an RBI single his first time up in the first. A chance for the hit record here. 1 out in a 3-0 game. The first pitch to Nolan Miller. Waves at it. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the University of Portland product at the plate. Cooper's 0-1 pitch. Taken outside. 1-1. Was able to shoot it to left field for an RBI single with the bases loaded in the first. Looking for his second hit and history. The 1-1. Up and inside, 2-1. And honestly, how special is it that Cooper Mullins and Nolan Miller, a couple of kids from Eugene, are competing for the record right now? It's like McGuire and Sosa, but here in Springfield. 2-1. Blooped out towards left side, and it trails into the bleachers. 2-2. Miller, he's from Sheldon High School. Mullins from Marist. Couple of kids from Eugene, playing here in the South Willamette Valley. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Miller lines it out towards left field. It's slicing foul, and it goes into the party deck. We'll do the 2-2 again. Miller last season with Springfield batted .224, had 11 hits. This year, now up to 50. At 51 after his first, looking for 52, and he fouls back the 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. The pitch popped up out towards left side. Charging in is Katayama Stahl, and he makes the catch. Out number 2, so we'll have to wait for Miller as well. Mullins will have another opportunity to break the record with both of them at 51. Brings up Bryant Starr. Grounded into a 1-2-3 double play, his first time up. Starr into the box. Here in the bottom of the third, 2 outs. First pitch, Bryant takes it down and away, 1-0. Bryant 5'10", 190 pounds. Don't be bamboozled. He's got some pop. Hit his second home run of the season yesterday. 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Also has 11 doubles. That is tied for a record in Springfield Drifter history. 1-1. Starr ground towards the third base side. Wilson fields. He'll flip over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Troy Cooper. Drifters go down in order. They lead 3-0 as we head to the fourth inning. Mike Parker, he's going to be joining us here on the Drifters Streaming Network for innings 4, 5, and 6. I'll be back with you for innings 7, 8, and 9 here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Leading off, number 34, Brock Kettleson.
Through 3 innings at the beautiful Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield, the Drifters 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Knights no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Brock Kettleson, first ball swinging against Caden Richardson. Hits a chopper to first, fielded by Andrew Ghana, and gets the baseball to Caden covering. 1 pitch, 1 gone in the top of the fourth. Kettleson had sacrificed in his first at-bat. The Drifters a run in the first, 2 in the second, and double play balls in each inning prevented the damage from being greater against the Knights. But very opportunistic baseball nevertheless for the Drifters. The Knights turned in some defensive plays to keep this thing from getting out of hand early. 3-0 in the fourth. Caden Richardson, the pride of Pleasant Hill High School, has pitched very well. Misses outside to Ferrajaro. Thomas is 0 for 1. Popped out to the third baseman Logan Holma in his first at-bat. Thomas takes outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Trey Swigert on deck on a warm, beautiful evening again here in the southern Willamette Valley. Another chopper to first, charged by Ghana, and he will take care of matters himself. Quickly 2 down in the top of the fourth inning. Trey Swigert, who struck out in his first at-bat, will be the batter. I did not check at the start of the game the actual AQI in Springfield, but earlier today, walking along the Willamette River to the great north, in the heart of the valley in Corvallis, Absolutely gorgeous. One of those days that you could describe as impossibly beautiful. It seems as though I see that language used by, usually in fiction, a female writer talking about a female character. And I understand the drift. The Drifters leading 3-0, but an impossibly beautiful day in the Willamette Valley. Great to have you with us tonight here in Springfield, and a tremendous outing for Caden Richardson thus far. Swigert, a ground ball to short. Bryant Starr up with it, throws over to first, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. Tremendous work by Caden Richardson, shutting out the Knights on 2 hits through 4. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Troy Cooper still in for the Knights. 3-0 Drifters. Back after this on the Drifters streaming network.
And the last Drifters home series at Hamlin Sports Complex this year. Come back for our final regular season home game of 2025 tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. for Fan Appreciation Day. All concessions will be 50% off while supplies last. To see the full schedule and promo details, head to driftersbaseball.com or pick up a program at the concessions booth today. For the Drifters, number 21, Logan Holma.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 Drifters. Logan Holma swings at the first pitch from Troy Cooper, the Knights right-hander, and Holma fouls it off to the left and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Holma doubled to left and scored in the Drifters' 2-run second. A strike 1 pitch, a ground ball to short. Brooks Avery looks it in, throws across to first to Trey Swigert for the out. 1 away in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Hunter Allen will be the batter. Hunter laid down a sacrifice bunt in the second. Troy Cooper didn't quite wait for Thomas Ferraggiaro, the second baseman, to get in position and seemed a little uncertain as to where to make the throw. Thomas hadn't settled in, and Troy Cooper threw a ball by Ferraggiaro down the right field line, enabling Hunter Allen to go all the way to third. The first pitch to Allen in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. A double play ball ensued with Allen getting caught in a rundown. But the Drifters came back with a double and a base hit and added another run. 1-1 the count to Hunter Allen. 3-0 Drifters, bottom of the fourth. Cooper to the plate, swung out and missed. Saul checked the official temperature, 78 degrees, with an AQI of 16. I will apply the literary phrase, impossibly beautiful, to the southern Willamette Valley tonight. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. Thanks for joining us. One more home game for the Drifters tomorrow afternoon, 4:05. Fan Appreciation Day here at the ballpark. All concessions, half price. If you haven't been out, or have only been out 1 or 2 times or a lot of times, one more time, a chance to see the Drifters and enjoy the concessions for half price. Allen takes high and away, ball 2, 2-2. Cooper delivers and a cutter, swung on and missed. Strike 3, good pitch from Troy. 2 down. And since the RBI single by Cesar Chavez in the second, 6 straight retired by Troy Cooper. He'll try to make it 7 now against Elliott Brown, who bunted into a 1-5-2-4 double play ball in the second. Troy Cooper and Xavier Rios, the battery for the Knights. Trey Swigert at first, Thomas Ferraggiaro at second, Brooks Avery at short, Blake Wilson at third, a ground ball to second, fielded cleanly by Thomas Ferraggiaro, who throws out Brown. And the Knights outfielders, Cole Katayama Stahl from left field, Brock Kettleson from center, and Josh Proctor jogs in from right. A quick fourth inning for both teams. We go to the fifth. It remains Springfield 3, the Knights nothing on the Drifters streaming network.
And today we're doing a backflip challenge. So each participant will get one backflip, and we will determine the winner based off the crowd noise. All right? Let's go. Hey! All right, one more. What you got? Boom! All right, get in line. All right. Hey, we got a winner! You're going to be winning a free haircut at Springfield Barbershop. Thank you guys for playing.
Top of the fifth inning as we continue in the penultimate home game for the Springfield Drifters in the summer of 2025. An important summer to be sure in the growth of the popularity of the franchise, the size of the crowds, and tonight another example. Good gathering here. I remember the first couple of summers when there would just be a smattering of fans, quite frankly, and sometimes even as many, if not more, coming down from the Mid-Valley to support the Knights. The Knights have their fans here tonight, but well outnumbered by the folks that have become accustomed to and really enjoying Drifters baseball. The first pitch here in the fifth inning, a strike to Cole Katayama Stahl. Caden Richardson, who spun a two-hit shutout thus far, missing with the 0-1 pitch. Caden back to the plate and misses again. Ball 2-1. Caden Richardson out of Pleasant Hill High School, hometown of Dexter. A beautiful commute, by the way, Dexter to Pleasant Hill. Delivers and a comebacker. Fielded by Caden. Underhands to Andrew Ghana at first. And Caden continues his mastery tonight of the Corvallis Knights. No runs and 2 hits for the Knights. And the batter will be Josh Proctor, who grounded to short in the second. Caden rocks, kicks, and comes to the plate. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. 0-1 the count. I used the word mastery, and I saw again today, rereading an old essay by the columnist George Will from the 80s, an essay on Bill James, the sabermetrician, the guy who kind of invented all of it. Proctor swings, goes down and gets a breaking ball and hooks it into left field for a base hit. A one-out single for Josh Proctor. And Antonio Castro, the batter. Will's thesis in that column from circa 1985 was something to the effect of, for many of us, baseball is the first subject in which we learned a mastery of a subject, whether statistics or trivia or lore or history. And in some cases, it gave us power over our parents because we knew more than they did. Now, Satchmo, Louis Armstrong, they'll know much more than we'll ever know and talk about that being a wonderful world because of that. But Will said his parents weren't too thrilled when young George was correcting Pops on certain matters of baseball arcana. A throw to first base, and Josh Proctor back to the bag. A base hit for Josh, the Knights with their third hit, but indeed, Caden Richardson has mastered the Knights thus far. He throws to first again, and Josh Proctor again dives back. Caden did a good job with Xavier Rios in the run game in the third, and the inning ultimately ended in a 5-3 double play. 3-0 Drifters in the top of the fifth. Richardson to the plate. The strike one pitch to Antonio, who struck out in his first at-bat, misses down and in. 1-1 the count. Caden Richardson again to first base. He has thrown over, and he's throwing over against guys, I think, on principle about how much the Knights love the run game. but the guys that he's been throwing over on are not runners per se, Xavier Rios or Josh Proctor, but he's still doing a good job. Now Proctor goes and the pitch hits Antonio Castro. And the Knights with one out here in the fifth, trailing 3-0, getting a little something going. Last night winning 12-5 to improve to 35-14 overall, maintain a percentage points lead on the Portland Pickles. Portland coming to Goss Stadium at Coleman Field to wrap up the regular season Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The Knights closing in on clinching the 2 seed and would likely at this point open against Marion, I think, Ben, maybe Brook Knight tonight before the game said he thinks it'll be Bend. We'll kind of see how that plays out in the next few days. The first pitch in there for a strike to Xavier Rios. The Knights with a threat, and Xavier Rios continues with it. Line drive, base hit to left field. Elliott Brown plays it on a hop. Throws a one-hopper back into Hunter Allen. Brook Knight puts the stop sign up for Josh Proctor at third. And the Knights have the bases loaded with one out in the fifth, and Brooks Avery to the plate. Brooks flied to center field in his first at-bat. Caden Richardson and Hunter Allen, the battery for the Drifters. Andrew Ghana at first, Cooper Mullins at second, Bryant Starr at short, Logan Holma at third, Elliott Brown in left, Jack Brooks in center, Cesar Chavez in right. Bases loaded, one out. The Knights trying to break through after winning handily last night, 12-5. The first pitch missing down and away, ball one to Brooks Avery. Starting a little bit later this evening, perhaps, are the Knights. They have a great opportunity to get on the board here. Josh Proctor at third, Antonio Castro at second, Xavier Rios at first. A chopper up along third, hesitating. Third baseman Logan Holma thought about going to the plate, decides to go to first. He gets the out on Brooks Avery, but Brooks gets a run batted in with Proctor coming down the line to score. The Drifters 3 and the Knights 1. Into third base goes Antonio Castro. Xavier Rios into second. And the batter will be Blake Wilson with a chance to get the Knights even with a 2-out hit. He swings and misses at the first pitch. No balls and one strike. Honma's instincts were right, I believe, to take a look. A pretty serious look at trying to get the force play at the plate, and I think he would have gotten Proctor had he made the throw immediately. I think there would have been a force out at the plate. But once he hesitated, he was better off to get the sure out at first, and did. The pitch to Blake swung on and fouled back of the plate, the count 0-2. Blake is singled and lined into an inning-ending double play. Has a chance for a 2-out hit to try to pull the Knights even. Hits a little looping fly ball down the right field line that'll drop for a base hit. Castro scores right behind him and on his way to the plate to score Xavier Rios, and a bloop double to right for Blake Wilson, and the Knights pull even at 3. Well, that's baseball in that in his last at-bat, Blake hit a rope that resulted in a double play. Here he hits a blooper that results in a double, and 2 runs scored to get the ball game even. A 3-3 tie. Brock Kettleson, the hitter, has sacrificed and grounded to first. Brock looking for a 2-out hit to give the Knights their first lead. And he misses a bunt attempt. Kettleson doesn't think so. In fact, Brock thought that he pulled the bat back. The home plate umpire, Gabe Nobert, called that a bunt attempt on Kettleson. I'm a little surprised Brock was bunting for a hit, obviously, with 2 down, not sacrificially, but he's the type of guy that can drive a ball virtually anywhere on a field. But he saw the third baseman, Logan Holma, playing very deep. He takes the strike one pitch just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike, a 3-3 tie in the fifth. Caden Richardson to the plate, misses high and away, ball 2, 2-1. The Knights and Pickles coming, and for Knights fans, we hope to see you at the ballpark Monday night. The rescheduling of a Dash for Cash night, which was rained out earlier in the summer. It'll be a lot of fun for the youngsters Monday night at Goss, presented by State Farm. The 1-1 pitch, a wild one. Caden Richardson's pitch getting away from Hunter Allen, and down to third base goes Blake Wilson representing the go-ahead run. 2 balls and a strike to Brock Kettleson. Caden will continue to operate out of the stretch. The posture he prefers, no matter the situation, base runners or not. Kettleson hits one foul over the head in foul territory of Logan Holma, who gives chase, but comes up empty. Good crowd tonight. In fact, Logan just ran by a group that is enjoying life on the deck down the left field line. C2 utility contractors based in Coburg, utility construction company, and their comptroller, Paul Sutherland. Good friend, kind of leading the group down there in left field. Kettleson grounds one into right field. Base hit. Blake Wilson scores. Kettleson's digging for 2. The throw from Chavez not in time. Brock Kettleson left the box thinking 2. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. He's a doubler. And that's a double for Brock Kettleson. And the Knights have the lead at 4-3. Really nice rally for the Knights. Now, the Drifters have played good baseball tonight. That was not necessarily the case last night. A rough 12-5 loss. But the 3-0 lead has been eradicated by the Knights with his 4-run fifth. And Kettleson now in scoring position for Thomas Ferraggiaro, who has been red hot of late. Thomas takes a strike in the count 0-1. Ferraggiaro led the way for the Knights last night and has been the Knights' hottest hitter without question. Looking to stay that way, 10 RBIs over his last 5 games. He takes just outside. 5 RBIs for Thomas last night, 3 for 3, 10 runs driven in over his last 5. Looking for an 11th here. The 1-1 pitch just outside, ball 2, 2-1. The Knights have won 7 straight, 10 of their last 11, getting hot at the right time down the stretch with the second season beckoning, in fact, starting next Friday. The 2-1 pitch on the outside corner, and Brooke Knight is not pleased, nor is Ferraggiaro. Thomas backs out and says something to Gabe Nobear. Brooke Knight down at third kind of said amen to that. The pitch on the way to Ferraggiaro pulled foul outside of first, and the count 2-2. Spencer Scott coaching at first base. The view that we have out of the press box here, very nice press box with air conditioning. It may be the most comfortable box I've ever been in the West Coast League. That takes in 17 teams now. I've not been in all cities, but this is very comfortable. The 2-2 fastball low, ball 3-2 to Ferraggiaro. But I cannot see whether or not there's anybody warming up back of Richardson in the Springfield pen. Caden has pitched a very good ball game. The Knights have gotten to him a bit here in the 5th. Ferraggiaro, a chopper to first, a tough play, goes off the mitt of the first baseman, and here comes Kettleson with the next run for the Knights, with Andrew Ghana having the ball go off his mitt, and then for some inexplicable reason just kind of tossed the ball back towards the field of play. I'm not sure what Andrew was attempting to do, but he'll be charged with an error, an unearned run. Kettleson scoring from second base, and that leg double that he achieved enabled him to score on that odd play back of first. Ferraggiaro, no RBI, but put the ball in play in a tough spot. Ghana kind of between hops, Buckner-esque from 86. And the ball didn't go behind the bag, but it kind of went off the heel of his mitt into foul territory. And then Ghana was out of sorts. Tossed the ball, I guess, in theory, to Caden Richardson, who he hoped would recover and get to first base. But he kind of tossed it into no man's land, and Kettleson, always on the alert, scored from second on a ball that never left the infield. The Knights have scored 5. Caden is coming out. So while we couldn't see into the bullpen, evidently there was some activity in it. We'll see a new pitcher coming in for the Springfield Drifters here in the top of the 5th. The Knights have scored 5 times. We'll find out whom in a moment. 5-3 Corvallis. Back after this on the Drifters streaming network.
Attention Drifters fans. Now pitching for the Drifters from Chemeketa Community College, number 28, Max Eaton.
Right-hander Max Eaton comes out of the Springfield Drifters bullpen here in the top of the fifth inning, looking for that elusive final out in the frame. The Knights have scored 5 runs to take a 5-3 lead. Now Max Eaton in, facing Trey Swigert. Trey, the 9th man to come to the plate in the inning, and takes a first pitch strike. Trey has struck out and grounded to short. Max Eaton, 6'2", 195-pound right-hander out of Staten, attends Chemeketa Community College, delivers to Swigert, who pulls one foul. Up along first. No balls and 2 strikes to Trey. With Thomas Ferragaro at first, 2 down and 5 runs in. Brooks Avery, an RBI ground out, and then the Knights going to work with some clutch 2-out hits and a little help from the Drifters defense to plate 5 runs. A ground ball to first taken by Andrew Ghana. Andrew takes it to the bag. And that's that, but that was plenty for the Knights here in the fifth. They eradicate a 3-0 lead. They score 5 runs. And as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, now the Knights 5 and the Drifters 3. And it appears as though we may have a new pitcher coming in for Corvallis, and we will. It'll be incoming freshman Tyler Bellerose getting the baseball when we continue from Springfield. The Knights 5, the Drifters 3 on the Drifters streaming network. Tyler Bellerose completes his warm-up tosses for the Corvallis Knights as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning here at the Hamlin Sports Complex. The Knights opening up a 5-3 lead. Bellerose will face Jack Brooks, who's had a good ball game. Jack will lead it off, followed by Cesar Chavez and then Cooper Mullins. The top third of the batting order for Coach Jeff Lyle. His team has played impressively tonight, but now need to play from behind. Tyler Bellerose delivers a first pitch changeup. Ground ball wide to first. Backhanded by Swigert. Overhands to Bellerose covering for the out. One pitch, one away. Jack Brooks had singled and scored in the first and stole a base. A ground rule double, stole third and scored another run in the second. Tyler Bellerose induces him to ground out to open the bottom of the fifth. The Knights leading 5-3. Cesar Chavez will be the batter. Cesar has walked and singled home a run. The Drifters are running the first. The inning ended on a double play ball. Bases loaded double play, 1-2-3. First pitch in there for a strike to Cesar Chavez. 0-1 the count. And then in the second, while the Drifters did score 2, there was a 1-5-2-4 double play in the mix. So some odd double play balls. Bellarose's breaking ball in there for a strike to Chavez. 0-2. It is not often you will write down in consecutive innings double play balls along the lines that we've seen tonight. The strike 2 pitch foul back. 1-2-3, rare. The following inning, 1-5-2-4. Perhaps not equally rare, but unusual to be sure. Back-to-back innings that prevented Springfield from opening up even a larger lead, and now the Drifters trail. The strike 2 pitch sprayed foul by Chavez, off to the right and out of play. 0-2 the count. I studied the drift boat that is directly behind home plate, part of the tradition here now in honor of the late Marco Suna in honoring the place of the river, the Mackenzie in particular here in the community. It is a beautiful stream, one of the most gorgeous I've ever seen and grateful to see in my life. The strike 2 pitch on the way, breaking ball, chopped foul, back of the plate. The count remains 0-2, and it's a really nice touch to have honored Marco Suna. His name is on the drift boat, and just the team nickname, the place of the river in the community. Really nice touch. That was introduced here last year. So a lot of things happening in the Drifters' early years, and the folks who were following the team closely in the early years will be the ones who will remember fondly all of the types of things that are added to a Springfield Drifter tradition, and a big step taken this year in terms of, as I mentioned, the following of this franchise. The 1-2 pitch, a swinging bunt. Bellarose comes off the mound, falls down. Let's hope he's okay. He slipped coming down the mound. He's got a smile on his face, and he waves off Brooke Knight. I think he's more chagrined than injured. It is a swinging bunt base hit for Chavez. Even if Bellarose had not slipped coming down the slope, he would not have been able to make the play. He seems a little embarrassed more than anything else. He's fine, but as he was pushing off with his spikes off the artificial turf mound, he slipped or tripped on a little piece of padding that covers the landing spot from the rubber, something. He slipped and laughed it off. Now he turns and throws to first, and maybe he's not okay. He throws the ball over the head of his first baseman. Cesar Chavez goes to second on Tyler's errant pickoff attempt. And as far as Bellarose is concerned, as embarrassing as slipping off the mound moments ago might have been, I think he might be a little more troubled by a throwing error on the errant pickoff attempt that sends Chavez to second. Cooper Mullins, the hitter. Bellarose delivers. Mullins swings and fouls it back. 0-1 the count. Cooper and Nolan Miller are each now sitting at 51 hits in this, the Drifters' fourth season. That ties the single season record in the young history of this franchise. Mullins looking to set the record here and draw the Drifters closer, with Cesar Chavez at second base and one out. Tyler Bellarose picking up for Troy Cooper in the bottom of the fifth after the Knights scored 5 to take their first lead. Tyler to the plate, in there for a strike, belled high. The count 1-2. We also expect to see Max Zostowski and Chance Wallace as we go tonight. Troy Cooper going 4, now Bellarose. The incoming Oregon State freshman delivers a fly ball to left field and playable for Cole Katayama Stahl. Cole makes the catch. 2 down, gets the baseball back into Brooks Avery. And Andrew Ghana strides to the plate.
Number 23, Andrew
Andrew has walked and grounded it to second. Ghana, an impressively built young man, 6'4", 205-pounder out of the University of San Diego. Bellarose to the plate. Breaking ball, strike. 0-1 the count. On our Corvallis Knights live stream a few days ago, I had a conversation with Tyler, incoming freshman to Oregon State, and from Huntington Beach in the Southland. Another breaking ball, and that misses. He's been working on a kick change that kicked in pretty impressively in his last outing. Really excited about what he will bring to Oregon State in the fall. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, 5-3 Drifters. The Drifters trail. The Knights scoring 5 in the top of the inning. Bellarose over the top and delivers low, ball 3. Tyler said the biggest thing he wants to do is fill up the zone, throw strikes, and he has been pretty adept at that. He's fallen behind here. 3 balls and a strike to Andrew Ghana. Cesar Chavez at second with 2 down. Tyler Reddy comes to the plate, misses high, and that runs the count to 3-1, pardon me. Ghana with a hitter's count can shrink the zone and look for a pitch in a certain spot. Nolan Miller on deck. Bellarose said, a little bit, I think, affirming Denzel Washington. Remember the Titans when the guy, he says, look, coach, I know I'm not going to go to college. I'm not going to play college football. Okay, a man who understands his limitations. 3-1 fastball, realistically understanding just kind of what he's all about. Bellarose said, I'm not going to flash velocity, although he comes in with a 3-1 pitch that hits Andrew Ghana, and it's fast enough to inflict a mark. And that didn't feel good. Ghana hit in the back by the pitch and walked slowly down to first. And Nolan Miller, the batter. Bellarose said his success will be predicated on his ability to fill up the zone, change speeds, get that changeup working. The changeup can run to the fastball, even in the, perhaps as modest as the upper 80s, look a lot better. Here's a little tapper up along third, charged by Blake Wilson. The throw to first is low, but Trey Swigert goes down to make the catch. The inning is over. Nolan Miller, also sitting on history with Cooper Mullins, but grounds out on the first pitch from Bellarose. And that will do it for the Drifters in the 5th. No runs, a hit, an error, 2 left. We go to the 6th inning in Springfield. The Knights 5, the Drifters 3 on the Drifters streaming network.
Leading off, number 24, Kolkata on the stall.
Cole Katayama Stahl will lead things off for the Knights in the top of the 6th inning against Drifters right-hander Max Eaton. And the first pitch to Cole, taken outside, ball 1. Cole has twice grounded out to first baseman Andrew Ghana. The 1-0 pitch, Max misses a little low, ball 2, 2-0. Last inning began innocently enough from the Drifters' perspective. Katayama Stahl led off, grounded out to first, but things happened thereafter. The pitch to Katayama Stahl hit high in the air, foul down the left field line. Actually, the ball stayed fair. I thought it was slicing into foul territory. A good, hard, long run by Elliott Brown to make the catch in fair territory in the left field corner. Nicely done by Elliott. One away in the top of the sixth. Josh Proctor, the batter, and it was after Katayama Stahl grounded out. Proctor hooked a single into left field. And the Knights went on to score 5 runs and lead it 5-3 in the top of the sixth. Max Eaton to the plate. This is down and away. Ball 1 to another incoming freshman at Oregon State in Josh Proctor. Max back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Gabe Nobear, the home plate arbiter. Matthew DeGree back of the plate. The 1-1 pitch missing down and away. Ball 2, 2-1. Antonio Castro on deck. Max out of state and went to Regis High School. And on his way to Chemeketa Community College. The Knights may be on their way there too for a playoff game. Proctor hits a high fly ball to left field and playable. Elliott Brown a few steps shy of the warning track and straight away left, hauls it in for the second out. And Antonio Castro will be the batter. Rob Nyer spoke, I thought, quite correctly when he joined me recently at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field for, in fact, the Knights' last home game against the Yakima Valley Pippins. The first pitch missing to Antonio Castro, ball 1, 1-0, when he said he's just absolutely amazed at the great job that the Marion Berries franchise did in getting Chemeketa ready when they only had a few weeks to do so, when it turned out that the Spec Keene Stadium on the campus of Willamette University was not going to be ready in time. Boy, they hustled, and the ballpark is great. And if the Knights play there one more time, it'll be a pleasure and an easy drive for Knights fans to come up and enjoy playoff baseball for the Corvallis Knights for the 18th consecutive year. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count after Castro fouled one off. Eaton delivers. Castro a fly ball to left field. Elliott Brown is right there for that one too, and he gets all 3 putouts here in the 6th. The degree of difficulty much higher on the first one, but a nice job nevertheless by Elliott to catch all 3, and the Knights go in order against Max Eaton. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It remains the Knights 5 and the Drifters 3 on the Drifters streaming network.
Work out with our players at West Coast Strength here in Springfield. West Coast Strength is our workout partner, and they could be yours. Visit them at their Eugene and Springfield locations, and who knows, you might be a Drifters ball player someday. Leading off for the Drifter, number 2, Brian Starr.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Mike Parker for Knight Jarecki. Knight will be back on the mic for the final 3 innings. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Brian Starr takes a first pitch strike from Knights right-hander Tyler Bellerose. Bryant is hit into that 1-2-3 double play and grounded to third. Bellerose's strike one pitch is in there. Tyler quickly ahead 0-2 to Bryant with Logan Holma on deck and Hunter Allen to follow. Bellerose working quickly. The strike two pitch chopped up along third. It's a fair ball fielded by Blake Wilson. Blake throws to Trey Swigert. One away. In the bottom of the sixth, Logan Holma doubled and scored in the second. Grounded to short in the fourth. That thing that Will said with respect to, the column was about Bill James and Bill introducing a lot of the new numbers that have led to the world we're in now. It was James who essentially created a different way of looking at baseball numbers than just the traditional Frank Robinson 316, 49, and 122 in 1966. There are other layers to stats, and Bill began to dig deep. The pitch to Holma, whacked to left field, base hit. Nice swing by Logan going the other way. His second hit. 5-3 Knights in the bottom of the sixth inning. Hunter Allen to the plate. Hunter with a sacrifice, a board on a throwing error, and struck out. But Will is right that when you discover that you you're beginning to know something, and you know it with the runner going, the Drifters running very effectively tonight. Holma in with another stolen base. That is unofficially 4 on the evening for the Springfield Drifters. The first pitch was a called strike to Hunter Allen. 0-1 the count. 5-3 Knights in the sixth. There is a joy in that kind of discovery, the 0-1 pitch missing down and away. So that, and there's joy and a pleasure. There's sheer joy in just making a discovery of a new subject and learning. And with baseball, once you begin down that road, you'll be learning the rest of your life virtually every day. The 1-1 pitch grounded sharply off the glove of Ferraggiaro into right field. Josh Proctor throwing to the plate on a hop to Rios. The tag at the plate, and Holma is out at the plate. 2 down. Josh Proctor charging the sharply hit ball that was slowed, I think, a bit off the glove of Thomas Ferraggiaro. I'll have to defer to the official scorer to see whether or not there will be a note of a detection off the glove of Ferraggiaro. Whatever the case, Hunter Allen a base hit, but Logan Holma is thrown out trying to score from second, 9-2. The score remains 5-3. The first pitch kicks away from Xavier Rios, a wild pitch, and Hunter Allen down to second base. Oh. And on the appeal, swing, even though the pitch was way outside. The count, meanwhile, then to Elliott Brown is 0-1 with Hunter Allen at second and 2 down. Out of the stretch works Tyler Bellerose. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball in there, and the count 0-2. And the first time that Uncle Ray came to the house, and so Mike, you should talk statistics with your Uncle Ray. He loves baseball. I was probably 7 or 8. And I had the Will experience of, I think, outworking Uncle Ray in the baseball trivia category. He was speaking plain falsehoods about things. I said, Uncle Ray, no, that's not right what you say about Christy Mathewson. He threw 3 shutouts in the World Series, not 2. And I felt like going Casey Stengel on him. You could look it up. Well, we had no book to look it up in, but I was right. Uncle Ray was wrong. There is a true sense of joy and pleasure in being able to begin to learn some things. And we're ever learning, and we hope someday to be able to come to the knowledge of the truth. The pitch to Elliott Brown, swung out and missed, strike 3. The inning is over. A nice throw from Josh Proctor from right field, cutting down Logan Holma, keeps the Knights in front by 2 as we go to the 7th. Again, my thanks to Knight for allowing me into the booth here at the Hamlin Sports Complex. We'll do it one more time together tomorrow, just as I enjoyed Knight coming to Corvallis earlier in the month, earlier in the season, last month in July. We are through 6, the Knights 5, the Drifters 3 on the Drifters streaming network.
Come on. You guys got it. Come on. Make Joe Chestnut proud. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. You guys are doing great. Cheer him on, cheer him on, cheer him on. Oh, you gotta swallow, you're almost done. Don't choke. Oh, we got a winner!
Leading off, number 15, Xavier Rios.
First pitch from Max Eaton is belted in the air out towards left field. Slicing towards the corner, Elliott Brown squeezes the mitt and makes the catch for the opening out to retire Xavier Rios for out number 1. One pitch, one out to begin the top of the 7th inning for Max Eaton on the mound. The right-hander from Chemeketa at a 1-2-3-6 inning. After coming in for Caden Richardson in the 5th inning. Did his job, got a ground out in the 5th. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th, and he starts with one pitch and one out here in the top of the 7th. It's 5-3, Corvallis with the lead. A bunt shown and pulled back. The pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes to Brooks Avery. Had a wonderful conversation in the middle of the 5th inning with Brooks Avery's grandpa's best friend. 1-0, line drive out towards left field. Back towards the track is Elliott Brown, who makes the catch for out number 2. I was talking with Brooks' grandpa's friend, Mike Butler, also from Roseburg. The Averys, their roots run deep in Douglas County. Long lineage, and Brooks' grandfather, Gordon, he played in the big leagues for the Angels and Red Sox. So, deep baseball roots for Brooks Avery. Foul off on the first pitch to Blake Wilson. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 7th. It's 5-3, Corvallis with the lead. Max Eaton looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The 0-1 delivery. It's looked at a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Getting a little bit later, a beautiful night for baseball here in the South Willamette Valley. 75 degrees, the current temperature. The 1-1 pitch just slow and away. 2-1. First pitch came in at 6:34, so a little bit earlier than scheduled today. Don't hate it. Decent crowd as well here at Hamlin. 2-1, line drive out towards left center field. It's going to get down into the alleyway. Off the wall it goes, as corralling it is Elliott Brown. He throws it in, and Blake Wilson is at second with his second double of the afternoon. Hit a double in the 5th, came in to score, and also singled in the 1st. A 3-for-4 day for Blake Wilson. Top of the 7th, 2 outs, a runner in scoring position for Brock Kettleson. Kettleson, an RBI single, his last time up in the 5th. Max Eaton, that was the first hit he had given up. 6 hits now for Corvallis, 5-3 the score. It's the Knights with the lead. Each team with 1 error defensively. Eaton working out of the stretch. Looks back towards second twice, now kicks in, fires. The pitch is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Eaton came into today throwing 4 2/3 innings. Allowed 3 earned runs against Portland on July 22nd, his only blemish of the year. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Got a nice whiff from Kettleson on the off-speed pitch. Curveball just above the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike, and Hunter Allen's going to come out to talk things over with his pitcher in Eaton. Taps him on the back, and he'll retreat back behind home plate. Stepping off the mound is Eaton, as Allen is behind home plate. Gabe Naubert is the home plate umpire. Matthew DeGree is the field umpire today. After the brief stoppage, into the box gets Kettleson. Kettleson, the left-handed hitter, heading off to Stanford. Eaton's 1-1 pitch. Fouled away out towards left side, 1-2. Kettleson, multi-hit performances in his last 2 games. 2 hits in each of them. Has 1 hit today with an RBI single in the 5th. Looking for his 3rd straight 2-hit performance. He's now on a 6-game hit streak. 1-2 delivery. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way into center field. Around third is Wilson. The throw from center field, and Brooks is cut off. In between first and second is Kettleson. It's a race back to the bag, and nobody was at first base as Eden walks him back. It's an RBI single for Brock Kettleson as the Knights add on to their lead. It's a 2-out rally to score a run. It's 6-3. Double and a single, bringing a run for Corvallis. Here in the top of the 7th inning, it's 6-3 as Thomas Ferrajaro stands in. So it looked like Eaton was going to get a 1-2-3 inning. Double and a single later, and it looks like this may be it for him. Coach Jeff Lyle has emerged out of the dugout. He comes down, and it looks like he's going to take the ball from him. Lyle out, infield in. And Eaton is still having a lengthy conversation with Coach Lyle right now. Typically when Coach Lyle comes out, he takes the ball. Having a longer conversation this time. And Eaton will depart. So a new pitcher coming in the game with 2 outs and a runner at first. 6-3 the score. Top of the 7th. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is on the other half of this break here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Attention Drifters fans. Now pitching for the Drifters from Lane Community College, number 20, Lucas Garrett.
Max Eaton, his day is done. 2 innings pitched with 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, and no strikeouts. Eaton is responsible for the runner in first base in Brock Kettleson. The new pitcher into the game, it's Lucas Guerin. Guerin comes in for Eaton. This is his Drifters debut. Guerin on the mound, the right-hander from Lane Community College, back in kind of his home ballpark. Blaine Titans used this facility this past spring as their new turf was being put in. So Guerin comes into the game. 1 run already in the inning for Corvallis. They lead 6-3 with 2 outs. He delivers a first pitch that's just a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to Thomas Verjaro. He reached on an error in the 5th inning. That allowed 2 runs to come in and score. Grounded out in the 4th and popped up in the 1st. 1-0 pitch. Runner on the move. The throw from Allen towards second, a little bit late. Kettleson steals another base. He is the WCL leader in steals this season, and he adds on to his total. Kettleson now up to 33 steals this season. 1 ball and no strikes with Guerin on the mound. Guerin from Cleveland High School in Portland comes to the plate with a strike. Now 2-1. Started 12 games this past season at Lane, went 6-3 through 65 2/3 innings, allowing 17 earned runs. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Looped out towards left side and out of play. Saul Galvan in the press box. He's been playing around with my longboard a little bit, wobbling around like a penguin out there, and yeah, he's laughing. He's a little embarrassed. He fell off the longboard. I mean, you got the wobble right. I mean, he has the black shirt, really looking like a penguin out there. 1-0 pitch inside. Pitch is inside to Verjaro, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, just looking for the final out is Garrett. Here's the pitch. Line drive right to Ghana at first base as he snags the liner for the final out. 1 run on 2 hits with 1 left stranded. No errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch. It's 6-3. It's the Knights with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Alrighty, Drifters fans, get on your feet. It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
Bottom of the 7th, top of the order due up for Springfield. Jack Brooks, Cesar Chavez, and Cooper Mullen. Still out there is Tyler Bellarose, the right-hander heading off to Oregon State for the Corvallis Knights. Corvallis scoring a run in the top of the 7th to stretch their lead to 3. 6-3 the score as the first pitch to the lefty, and Jack Brooks is taken inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Brooks a 2-for-3 day, a single, a double, a pair of runs. Grounded out to first his last time up. 1-0 pitch. It's a little bit low. A fastball below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes for Bellarose. Came into the game for Troy Cooper, who threw 4 innings. Allowed 5 hits with 3 runs, only 2 earned with 2 walks and a strikeout. Bellarose nods his head. He'll wheel and deal. 2-0 pitch is outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Brooks. Bellarose, originally from Huntington Beach, California, a former Oiler. at Huntington Beach High School. The 3-0 pitch, taken for a strike. 88 at the letters, middle of the zone. 3-1 to Brooks. Bellarose just graduating from high school. Corvallis going to be his home. 3-1 is outside, and Brooks has the leadoff walk. Jack did have a steal back in the first inning. Again, third in the WCL in steals this season. He's been active when he's gotten on base this season. We'll see if he steals once again. He was a midseason addition for Springfield and has climbed his way into that 3 spot, just behind Brooks Avery and Brock Kettleson of the Corvallis Knights. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th as Cesar Chavez gets into the box. We'll have to wait for his first pitch as Bellarose keeps an eye on Brooks at first base. Tag a little bit late by Trey Swiger. So Chavez into the box. He's reached base safely 3 times today. First pitch, Chavez takes a breaking ball high. 1-0. Chavez walked in the first, singled in his last 2 at-bats. Also has 2 steals today with an RBI as well. Bellarose set, the right-hander will nod his head and now throw back towards first base. Brooks back there safely, keeping an eye on him. Xavier Rios, the catcher behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Beautiful sunset out in the distance in right field. Throw back towards first base, and Brooks again back safely. The clouds have departed. 75 degrees. The illuminating golden skies just beyond the trees in the right field side. 1-0 pitch. Chavez takes high. Brooks on the move. The throw down to second by Rios in time. Able to get Brooks stealing. That's a tough runner to get out. And he beats Brooks as the runner head first slide just a bit late. So the first out recorded. 2 balls and no strikes to Chavez. Nobody on. The Knights dugout making some noise. Chavez will stand out. And now get back into the box. Has baby blue batting gloves for the baby blue Pescadores jerseys today. 2-0 pitch is popped in the air out towards the right side. The second baseman, Ferrajaro, gets called off by the right fielder, Josh Proctor, who squeezes the mitt for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in unique fashion. Cooper Mullins will stand in. He's hitless today, 0 for 2. Grounded out to third in the second, popped up in the 5th. Had a sac bunt. His first time up, back in the first inning. A chance for history. The first pitch, Mullins takes it inside, 89 miles per hour at the middle of the zone. 1-0. Mullins at 51 hits. The 1-0 pitch, a dribbler right back to Bellarose. He fields as his hat falls off, underhands it to first, and that'll do it for the Drifters. 3 up, 3 down in unique fashion. We head to the 8th. It's 6-3 the score. It's the Knights with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Nobody left on base. When I met you in the summer, a heartbeat sound. We fell in love as the leaves turn brown, and we could be together, babe, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer.
Top of the 8th inning, it is 6-3 the score. Corvallis coming up to hit its batters 4, 5, and 6. Trey Swigert, Cole Katayama-Stahl, and Josh Proctor. The middle of the order, heart of the lineup, due up for the Knights. Into the box is Swigert, the right-hander. Lucas Guerin wheels and deals. His first pitch, a beautiful breaking ball that drops in for a strike, 0-1. Gorgeous day for baseball here at Hamlin Sports Complex, otherwise known as Coops Castle. The 0-1 line drive out towards left field. Elliott Brown races towards the line and squeezes the mitt for out number 1. Brings up Cole Katayama-Stahl. He's hitless today. Ground out to first, a ground out to the pitcher, and a fly out to left field. 6-3 the score. Corvallis with the lead in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch. Another beautiful breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. So Guerin, a late addition for Springfield. His first day with the program. And again, a starter for the Titans this past season at Lane. Fires in a pitch for a strike, 0-2. He's getting the off-speed going. 15 inches of horizontal break, 9 inches of vertical break. The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, trying to go behind the back. It finds its way to Bryant Starr. The shortstop throws to first. It's just a little bit wide. Back to the first base bag is Katayama-Stahl. It's got to go down as a hit, in my opinion. As Josh Proctor will stand in. 1 out, runner at first, top of the 8th. Proctor, 1 hit today, a 1-for-3 outing. Singled and scored in the 5th. That was a part of the 5-run 5th inning for Corvallis to give them the lead after trailing 3-0 early on. Guerin out of the stretch, delivers a first pitch strike. 0-1, another good off-speed pitch, this time 69 at the letters. Another breaking curveball with about 1.5 feet of horizontal break and about 1 foot of vertical break. 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 87. Well out of the zone. 1-1. Proctor heading off to Oregon State as well. You can tell he's wearing the bright orange cleats. Guerin's 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It was a hit-and-run situation, it looked like, as the pitch was well inside. Proctor whiffed at it. Stealing second base, though, is Katayama-Stahl as the throw from Hunter Allen behind the plate. Well late. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Proctor. Guerin out of the stretch. Looks back towards second. Comes set at the waist. Looks back towards second a second time. Now kicks in, fires. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball whiffed at. 2 away. First strikeout for the right-hander in his Springfield Drifters debut. As it brings up Antonio Castro. Castro gets into the box. Two outs for the Knights. First pitch. Inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Castro from Concord, California, playing at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. For the game, Nolan Miller, he was talking about how he thought that San Luis Obispo was close to Modesto, California. It is not. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Honestly, though, Concord a little bit closer to Modesto than it is to San Luis Obispo. Modesto in the Central Valley. San Luis Obispo in the Central Coast. Long ways away. 1-1 pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. There is a minor league baseball team in Modesto. It's the Modesto Nuts. Fun team name. Like that one, the Visalia Rawhide, also a good team name from the Central Valley. 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. You also got the Fresno Grizzlies out there in that league in California. Into a lot of games featuring the Modesto Nuts, Visalia Rawhide, Lancaster Jethawks back in the day, Bakersfield Blaze. Some of those teams don't even exist anymore. 3-1 pitch in for a strike. Connects with the upper outer corner. 3-2. But the Modesto Nuts, one of the better minor league baseball team names. It is Nuts Sewell. I like the Rocket City Trash Pandas as well. Half pitch, ground ball out towards the right side. Mullins fields, sidearms it towards first, and gets the out there. One left stranded after one hit, no runs and no errors. We go to the bottom of the eighth. It is 6-3 the score. Corvallis with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
One hit and one left on base.
You've been so good to me. You know you make me wanna
For the Drifters, number 23, Andrew Ghana.
Andrew Ghana leading things off in the bottom of the eighth inning is 6-3 the score. It's Corvallis with the lead. Andrew Ghana, Nolan Miller, and Bryant Starr due up. Batters 4, 5, and 6. Tyler Bellarose, his first pitch is fouled back by Andrew Ghana. 0-1. Ghana hit by a pitch in the fifth inning. Walked in the first, sandwiched in between that. A ground out to second. Drifters with 8 hits today. 3 runs overall. They led 3-0, 6 unanswered for Corvallis. 0-1 pitch, a fastball from Bellarose inside. 1-1. So Ghana looking for his first hit today. Gotta say, it's been impressive how often Andrew Ghana has been hit by a pitch this season. 1-1 delivery, it's a little bit high. Now 2-1. Ghana, in terms of hit by pitches, second all-time in one season in Springfield Drifter history. This is only a 17th game of the season. He was a late addition as he rips a ball on one hop to the shortstop, Brooks Avery. The throw to first base in time. Out number 1. So Ghana, a hit by pitch machine, grounds out, and now Nolan Miller to the plate. He's 1 for 3, and he's 1 hit away from history. Chance to break the record, tied with Cooper Mullins. Mullins has had a couple of opportunities. 2-1 pitch, rather the first pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So Miller looking for a hit here for most hits in a single season in Springfield Drifter history. He's going to have a couple of more opportunities than Mullins as well as the season moves on. 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. Oof, tough break for Miller. 89 looked well outside, but called a strike by the home plate umpire, Gabe Nobert. 1-1 pitch, here it is. Up and away, 2-1. Cooper Mullins, tomorrow will be his final game with the team. Miller going to play the 3 games in Walla Walla, so he'll have a couple of more opportunities to add on to the record if he does break it. 2-1 delivery. Miller takes a pitch for a strike. 2-2. Shot one to left field, his first time up, picked up an RBI then. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Bellerose. Outside, and the count goes full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Miller waddles the bat. Payoff pitch. Chopper foul. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again. Decent crowd once again tonight in Springfield. More and more fans discovering this gem of a ballpark. It's been a successful 4th year in Springfield for the Drifters. The payoff pitch. Miller line drive to left field. There's the record. It's Miller time, baby. 52 hits in a season. Nolan Miller, you are at the top.
Miller has broken the Springfield Drifters single season hits record with 52. Give a huge round of applause for number 22, Nolan Miller.
He came in trailing Cooper Mullins by 1 hit. He has 2 hits today, and he breaks the record.
Now batting, number 2, Bryce
Miller, his 52nd hit, his 2nd hit today, and he surpasses Cooper Mullins and Kedron Kinsey. Pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Cooper Mullins had a couple of opportunities. He had a couple of opportunities for the record, but it's Nolan Miller. Pitch to Bryant Starr, hits him, and he'll head to first with a 8-by pitch. Cooper Mullins today had a couple of opportunities for the record, but it is Nolan Miller that breaks it first. And sorry, Coop, I know you're a big Ricky Bobby fan, but if you ain't first, you last. And right now, you're last, buddy, as Nolan Miller has the record, passes Mullins, as he's now at second. Big accomplishment. Congratulations, Nolan Miller, his 2nd season with the Springfield Drifters. 2 on and 1 out. Logan Holma takes the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So Holma, the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-3 the score. It's Corvallis with the lead. Springfield looking for at least a run in this inning to make it manageable for the 9th. 1-0 pitch. Grounder towards third. Fielding it is Wilson. He goes to 2 for 1. The throw to first base. A double play. 5-4-3. The Knights turn 2. And it's a twin killer to end the inning for Springfield offensively. 1 left stranded after 1 hit in the inning. No runs and no errors. We go to the 9th. It's 6-3 the score. It's the Knights with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Drifters fans. Now pitching for the Drifters from Southwestern Oregon Community College, number 11, Daichi Furuhata. Leading off, number 15, Xavier Rios.
New pitcher in the game for the Springfield Drifters. It's the right-hander, Daichi Furuhata from Southwestern Oregon Community College. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 to Xavier Rios. Rios, Brooks Avery, and Blake Wilson do up. Batters 8, 9, and 1 here on the top of the ninth. It's 6-3. Corvallis with the lead. Furuhata will wheel and deal. Check swing. He went around. 0-2. Furuhata comes in for Lucas Guerin. 1 1/3 inning pitch with 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Furuhata bounces in. 1-1, 1-2. So Furuhata, originally from Japan, his family was here yesterday. Looked like his brother and his mom were in town. Jackson kissed her. He was attending to them, showing them around the ballpark. The 1-2 pitch. Hit out towards right field, a base hit. Daichi's family, it looked like they were having a fun time. His brother was like a kid in a candy store. He was asking all the players for autographs. Got to pitch a little bit on the field. Just felt like a special moment for him and their family. Jackson Kister talking about how he needs to make the trip out to Japan and visit them. 2 of them, teammates at Southwestern Oregon Community College. Kister, he's from Junction City. And again, Furuhata from Japan. Right-hander delivers a pitch. Brooks Avery bunts it up the third base side, and it goes left of the line, foul. 0-1. Blake Wilson is on deck. Furuhata this season, an 0-1 record, a 3.52 ERA, 3 games. This is his 4th. Third out of the bullpen with 1 start under his belt. 7 2/3 innings pitch with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 hits allowed. Throw back towards first base, diving back there safely is Rios. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Furuhata. Avery shows bunt, pulls it back. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Furuhata looks back towards first base, and back there safely is Rios. Andrew Ghana at first base today. He did a great job with my first pitch today. I threw out the first pitch. Ghana was the catcher. Picked my pitch off the turf. Great job. 1-1, a grounder towards third on a bunt attempt from Avery. It's a perfect bunt as he beats it up the first base line. Holma, good, valiant effort, but unable to beat Avery as Brooks beats it out for a single. Back-to-back hits for Corvallis, but 2-1 in the top of the ninth, 6-3 the score, and Blake Wilson will stand in the box. The Washington Husky stands in. Wilson, a couple of doubles in his last 2 at-bats. Furuhata will step off the mound. Overall, a 3-for-4 day. The one time he was retired, it was in the 3rd inning. Lined into a double play, and L5-3. Springfield could use that here. Bunt shown, it's pulled back. Allen missed the catch, and both runners will advance. So it looked like it was going to be a sacrifice bunt by Blake Wilson. Instead, Rios ends up at 3rd, and Avery ends up at 2nd. The pass ball results in 2 in scoring position for Corvallis, with a chance to stretch the lead to 5 with a base hit. Allen and Furuhata trying to get on the same page. Daichi, not a ton of English. Furuhata, again playing at Southwestern Oregon Community College. Allen behind the plate, the catcher from Mount Hood. So a couple of NWAC guys beating here in the WCL. Infield comes in with the runner at third, trying to keep it a 3-run game. The 1-0 delivery. A little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. This is Furuhata's first time pitching at home this season in league play. Furuhata's 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball that's outside. And it's now 3 balls and no strikes. His last outing against Yakima Valley only allowed 2 earned runs across 5 innings in a start. Pretty good effort. 3-0 is high, and it's a walk. 2 singles and a walk load the bases for Corvallis, as Brock Kettleson will stand in. Kettleson, 2 RBI singles his last 2 times to the plate. Grounded out to first, back in the 4th, and had a sac bunt in the 1st. 6-3 the score, Corvallis with the lead. Furuhata's first pitch to Kettleson is taken low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Furuhata struggling to find the zone. 5 straight balls thrown. The right-hander glares in. Comes set. Kicks and fires. The pitch to Hunter Allen. The catcher is popped up by Kettleson. And near the third base dugout, it lands on top of it. 1-1. So Furuhata gets back in the zone. Big opportunity here for Kettleson. The 1-1. Kettleson takes it down and inside. He gets past Allen, but staying at third base on the play is Rios. 2 balls and 1 strike. Springfield has done a pretty good job today, limiting the walks. In fact, the walk to Blake Wilson was the first walk today issued by the Drifters pitching staff. 2-1, a swing and a miss. 2-2. That's saying something. Springfield, they walk a ton. The most walks in the WCL this season. Just 1 so far today, and it comes in the 9th. A valiant effort. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Kettleson goes down on strikes. Furuhata excited. 1 out, bases loaded. Still 6-3 the score as Thomas Ferrajaro will get into the box. The left-handed hitter for the Knights reached on an error in the 5th. Hitless overall, 0-for-4. Rios at third. Avery at second with Wilson at first. Drifters looking for a double play here. Furuhata comes to the plate with a strike, 0-1. Ferrajaro wiggling the bat, standing well into the left-handed hitter's box. The 0-1 pitch to him. Fouls it off. 0-2. So a historic night here in Springfield with Nolan Miller breaking the record, surpassing Kedron Kinsey and Cooper Mullins. 2 swings today. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1-2. Mullins does have the RBI record. He was able to break that. Most games played in a single season as well. He also has the walk record. 1-2 pitch. Fairjaro grounds it towards first. Ghana fields. He comes home, gets the out there. The throw back to first. Double play! Furuhata gets out of the jam. As lethal as a great white shark, he gets it done with the bases loaded. 6-3 the score as we head to the bottom of the ninth here on the Drifters streaming network.
Pitching for the Knights, number 14, Chance Wallace. Leading off for the Drifter, number 17, Hunter Allen.
Springfield trails by 3 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Hunter Allen, Elliott Brown, and Jack Brooks due up. Tyler Bellerose, his day is done. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs with a walk and a strikeout. The new pitcher in the game is Chance Wallace, the left-hander from Utah Valley. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Wallace in for the 11th time this season, a 7.04 ERA, 1 save in 15 1/3 innings pitch. A save opportunity here for the left-hander as he blows a pitch right past Hunter Allen, 0-2. Allen a single, back in the 6th, reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Wallace from Portland, Oregon. 4 seasons at the University of Pacific in Stockton. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Allen goes down on 3 pitches. Second time striking out today. First strikeout for Wallace. 1 out, nobody on the 9-hole hitter. Elliott Brown will stand in. It's 6-3, Corvallis with the lead. 5 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 7th for the Knights. Brown is hitless today. In the 9 spot, the former Corvallis Knight will take the pitch for a strike, 0-1. Brown started the year with Corvallis, a former Grant General. Played at Grant High School. There with Dan Siegel, the CEO of the Corvallis Knight, his son. The 0-1 a little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ooh, actually, they call it a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Looked well low, and even on the track, man, it looks low as well. No balls and 2 strikes to Elliott. Have to be defensive here. The pitch. Checks his swing. Did he go around? No, he did not, according to the field umpire today, Matthew Degree. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brown. One point in the season, there were 4 Grant players, all on the Corvallis Knights. Brown was one of them. Was a 10-day guy, got released, and has spent his summer in Springfield after last year in Ridgefield. 1-2, fouls it away. Stays alive in this lefty versus lefty matchup. Springfield led 3-0 early on. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. But the 5-run fifth inning did it for him. Caden Richardson did a pretty good job in the first 4 innings. Just couldn't get through the fifth. 1-2 to Brown. Watches the pitch down and away. 2-2. Corvallis locking up a spot in the WCL playoffs. Currently tied with the Pickles in the second half standings. Second overall. 2-2 to Brown. Fastball called, strike 3. 89 right at the knees. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wallace. The Knights this season, 13 saves. This would be the 14th if Wallace completes it. That is second in the WCL.
Number 46.
Top of the order back up. Springfield looking for a miracle. 1 out to work with. Jack Brooks into the box. 2 for 3 today. Double, a single, and a walk. Takes a fastball up and inside 88. Blue Brooks back. 1-0. One ball and no strikes. The pitch to Brooks. Looked at for strike 1. 1-1. Corvallis looking to win not only the series here this weekend, but also the season series. 1-1. In for a strike, and Springfield is down to their final strike. 89 right down Broadway. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wallace ready. The left-handers, 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. It's a 3-strikeout 9th inning. And the Knights shut down the Drifters and win 6-3. The 5-run 5th and the 1-run 7th, enough for Corvallis as they hang on for a 3-run victory. Chance Wallace picks up the save. Springfield drops this game, and they are down to 21-29 on the season. 9-14 in the second half of the year. Corvallis improving now to 19-4 in the second half of the season, 36-14 overall. Valid effort from Tyler Belrose. Came in out of the bullpen and shut down Springfield for 4 innings. He picks up the win with Wallace picking up the save. Springfield and Corvallis have one more game coming up tomorrow. The highlight today, though, Nolan Miller breaking the record for most hits in a single season in Springfield Drifter history. Special thanks to Mike Parker joining us for innings 4, 5, and 6. I'm Knight Jarecki saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for more Drifters baseball. Saul Galvan will have the post-game show in just a few moments after this here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Six to 3, the final score. The Knights take game 2 of the 3-game set against the Springfield Drifters and officially take the series against Springfield. Back inside the broadcast booth, Saul Galvan with you to wrap things up. Drifters were putting up a fight throughout pretty much the entire game, especially for Caden Richardson, who started the game. He had a pretty nice outing overall until that last inning when he came out in the 5th. He did go 4 2/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them being earned with 2 strikeouts. But it wasn't until that 5th inning that things kind of got out of hand for the Drifters. And then after that, it was hard to play catch-up. Corvallis with 6 runs on 11 hits, 1 error committed. And for Springfield, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error committed. Pretty clean game defensively for both sides. But, of course, for Corvallis, the offense was there. And for the Drifters, it was not exactly. I said it before the game, these games, even though the Drifters are eliminated mathematically from the playoff spot, they still matter. And you could tell the Drifters tonight, they were putting a fight up to the end. It was a much quicker game than the last couple weeks, the last couple home games, that is, but still, it was a good game overall. And for Springfield, you got to take some pride into playing a game like this against one of the top teams in the WCL, especially this late in the season when the pitching arms are thin, the offense may not have the same spark it had a few weeks ago. I mean, there was a lot to take away from a game like this, even though the Drifters could not come out on top. And it's maybe hard to see that right now, but I'm sure that, look, coming into tomorrow, the last home game of the season, obviously you've already lost the series. You really have nothing to lose at that point. So for Springfield, it's all about just leaving it all out on the field tomorrow and seeing if they can end off the regular season at home with a win. But, again, just a tough game overall for the Drifters as, again, they lose the second game to the Knights, 6-3 the final score. The Knights scored 3 combined runs across the first 5 runs in the 5th inning. The Drifters actually had the lead heading into the 5th. They were up 3-0, and then the Knights scored 5 runs in the 5th inning, and they scored 1 lone run in the 7th. Outside of those first 2 runs, though, for the Drifters, just not much going. It was a tough night offensively, like we keep mentioning. Just not a lot going on. In fact, Drifters in total, again, like we said, 9 hits for Springfield overall, but it just felt like there were a lot of guys that did not contribute to the lineup. Jack Brooks, Cesar Chavez, Noah Miller, and Logan Holma, each with 2 hits. So they were the ones that were kind of adding up the hit totals tonight. And a big congratulations to Noah Miller. As Knight was talking about, if you were joining us during the broadcast, he now set the all-time single-season record for hits with 52. A really big accomplishment for a guy who is just really talented over at first base. He can play a number of positions. He's been a big bat for the Springfield Drifters this season. And, well, he makes history with the ball club in just his first season with the Drifters. It's going to be fun to watch him play in the spring coming up. But, of course, if you are paying attention, though, and realize that the Drifters do have one more game tomorrow, which is going to be Cooper Mullins' last game, and then Nolan Miller will play the last 3 games against Walla Walla on the road. So, even though Miller broke the record tonight, if Mullins can get a few hits tomorrow, he'll be able to surpass Miller, and then he'll break the record. But Miller will then have the opportunity for the final 3 games of the season when Mullins is not there to potentially take the record back. So, look, like we were talking about pregame, this is a Sosa McGuire type scenario, except both these guys are on the same team, which is something you rarely hear of. And listen, it's a nice problem to have. You want 2 guys that are battling out for the records, especially when they're hitting 50-plus hits a season. It's something you want to be proud of as a head coach. So it'll be very fun to see who comes on the top. But for Cooper Mullins, tomorrow will be the last opportunity, since it is going to be his last game with the Drifters for the season. For Noah Miller, he'll have a few more opportunities as the Drifters will head on the road after tomorrow to take on Walla Walla in a 3-game set. Again, final score tonight, Corvallis 6 and Springfield 3. The Knights take the series and will look for the sweep tomorrow against the Drifters. We'll have a 4:05 first pitch, about a 3:55 pregame show here on the Drifters streaming network. But until then, I say so long. Saul Galvan up here with you. Big shout out to Knight Jarecki and Mike Parker for handling things down during the game. And we will have one more broadcast to close out the 2025 season tomorrow. Looking forward to it at 4:05 p.m. You've been listening to Springfield Drifters Baseball on the Drifters Streaming Network.